Hi, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaching the word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, Behold, it is calm. And what has come is the end. The end of this man, Esau Edom, and his reign of terror. The end of wickedness, ruling the planet Earth. We come into another phase, another age. We pretty much actually in the midst of the transferring of power. And it's being made known by the different events that's playing out on the planet Earth. That's how the time is being measured, Matter of fact, let's get that. In the book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, 2nd Ezra 9 and 1, he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. See? So, to measure time, you pretty much got to go by the way of the prophecies. Look at the different prophecies to show, to measure what time that we're in. And as you can see, the things concerning the last days, you actually see the words coming to life. It tells you that the vision is for an appointed time. Matter of fact, because it also said the end is going to speak. Let's get that. Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time. See these prophecies is for an appointed time. Meaning what? It was going to happen under a certain rulership, under a certain kingdom. It was going to actually manifest in a certain season. That's why I say it's appointed time. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. See, so that's ultimately these scriptures, these scriptures pretty much, most of these prophetic scriptures point towards the end, which is here in America. Here, under the rule of Esau Edom. That's why the scripture also says Esau is the end of the world. So a lot of these prophecies, especially concerning the discretion when it says dealing with Babylon, or it might say Egypt. Well, that's all talking about this time right here, this time period that we in right now, where the so-called white man is going to be ruling by the way of his throne, America. So it says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. See? So, but it said the vision is now speaking. So meaning what? You gonna see it. You actually gonna see these things. The scripture said, behold, meaning what? To look. So it was gonna be made obvious that the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, stand the test of time. So matter of fact, let's go back, 2nd Ezra 9. It says, verse 2, it says, then shalt thou understand. See? Then it's gonna be made clear unto you when you actually see these things. It says, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See? So meaning what? It's a build-up. Well, I say the Lord is going to begin to visit the world. How the Lord visiting the world right now? By the way of these different plagues that he said he promised that he was going to send upon this place. The famine, the sword, sedition among men, pestilence. That's how Ba'ashem Yahushai visiting the place, man. Visiting the world, man. But that's how we were going to understand when these things play out, That's how we know we're in that time. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, see? So you can see that key word right there again is seen. So it was going to be made, that vision was going to speak. You actually going to see what Ezekiel was talking about. You actually going to see what Isaiah was talking about. Joel. It was going to be made clear, man. So when these things you see these different events that you see on the planet Earth, you're gonna matter of fact, continue on. It says, then shalt thou well understand. See? So it's going to be made even more clear, even more obvious that we are in those times. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. See? So what? Meaning what? The end now is being made manifest. Matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Isaiah 46. Isaiah 46 and verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning. See? And from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. And as you can see, the Lord is doing his pleasure. The things that were spoken of before, now you see in the appointed time, in a certain season, under a certain rulership, where these things are now being made manifest, man. So you see these uproars of the people, you see earthquakes in diverse places, you know, even those earthquakes, those different earth-shaking events, you know, things that actually shook the earth up, dealing with, you know, when Iran, when that general got assassinated, that actually shook the world up, you know, when that bomb went off in Beirut, that actually shook the world up, man. But it just further proves that we are in those times. You know, the pot is now being stirred up. And that's another sign that lets you know we in the changes of a time. You know, Lord, Scripture say the Lord is not going to move nor stir the times until the measure is filled up. So you see, the so-called white man has ran his course. He's pretty much ripened for destruction now. So let's go back to 2 Ezra 9 and verse 4. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that are before thee, even from the beginning. It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. See, so the end is now being made manifest. Like I said, now it's to the point you can see something on the news and say, you can go to the book of Isaiah. You can go to the Revelations, the book of Revelation, you know, Genesis, you know, because throughout the scriptures, you know, it's filled with prophecy, man. It tells you that on the volume of the book, you know, that's Yahweh Shai, man. Wisdom testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. You know? So it says, even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works. See, so it's plain beginning, meaning what? You don't actually see that seed, you don't actually see that seed until it sprout, man. You actually, you know, it's a build up to the everything with Yahweh Shema Shai grows into its perfection, man. You know, that's why I say it's plain beginnings. It says, and wonders and powerful works. It says, and endings and effects and signs. See, so in the ending, now you see, you whatever seed it was, now you find out that was a apple tree. You find out that was a vine for the grapes. You know, it was this type of flower. That the end is manifest, is being, the end is in effects and signs. So that's how you know what was planted from the beginning is when you see the end, the fullness of it, man. And as you can see, we actually seeing the ending of America. It really the ending of the so-called white man and him ruling, man. You know? Everything is now being stirred up, and everybody has been waiting on this, man. The end of this man. Matter of fact, you know, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 16. It said, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. See, and that's just not just your regular eyes and ears that you see and hear, because you got fools that got eyes and ears. But they can't discern. See, when you see something, you know, you can actually see a tiger, but if you can't discern that tiger can rip you apart, that's your ass, you know. Or if you hear a fire alarm and you can't discern that that's a alarm of warning, then that's your ass, man. So we being blessed, our eyes and our ears being blessed, meaning what? Discernment, man. You know, because the time we coming into is a time where you pretty much you gotta have the spirit of anticipation, man. till you gotta have the spirit of foreseeing the evil and hiding yourself, man. You know, this is the book of matter of fact, what is that? Yeah, Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 5 said, "Whoso keepeth the commandment shall fear no evil thing." See, so as you can see, that evil thing that's coming. There's no way around it. You know, and that just further proves that the ones that who the Lord predestined to have mercy on and to be delivered is going to actually be in the midst of these evils. But it said we're not going to feel no evil thing, man. You know, it says, "In a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment." See, so a wise man can discern time and judgment. That's why I said you bless your eyes for the see and your ears for the hear. Why? Because we actually discern the time and season that we're in. You know, now we see that, oh, Ezekiel was talking about this. You know, Jeremiah was talking about that. This is the appointed time where these things are playing out. But it said ears and eyes, so we actually see these things, man. You can actually see the mark of the beast, the MOB, which is the RFID chip, because you actually have people having chipping parties. You actually got Sweden, you know, which they pretty much down predominantly most of those people over there is chip, man. And you got other countries as well that's doing that. But as you can see it now. So back St. Matthew 13 and 16 again, it said, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, see, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. Meaning what? They wanted to be in this time period. Why? Because this was going to be the end all be all for these other nations. Was going to mark the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, these things got to happen first before the kingdom can happen, man. So this is a beautiful yet dangerous time. Beautiful because we seeing the downfall of our enemy. We know that after America, the kingdom is here. The danger is we gotta, you know, the devil is about to come down with great wrath. You know. And this is a time of wrath. This is an actual time of wrath. That's why I tell you that. I believe that's in the book of Sirach 44. That the time of Noah was actually a time of wrath. So we once again in those times, man. You know, and that's why that is beautiful, because we know this is the end of, but it's yet dangerous because we actually in a time of wrath. You know, but we actually see those things. So matter of fact, I'm gonna end off on St. Luke 21. St. Luke 21, you know, and when you read, you know, matter of fact, let's see. St. Luke 21 and 7 said, and they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? See, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? See, so as you can see, it said when. And where that when is here now. Here in America. This is where the big finale was going to happen. The grand fireworks show, so to speak, here in America, man. You know? And when you read this in St. Matthew, the 24th chapter, it tells you that this was a private conversation. Was that whole chapter, St. Matthew 24, you know, St. Luke 21, Mark 13, you know, that was a whole prophetic chapter, which, you know, the scriptures itself captures prophecy, but dealing with these different prophetic chapters, the prophecies in itself let you know it's a secret, man. What the scripture says, the Lord showed he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So the secret is the prophecies. That's the thing that's in the dark. Matter of fact, before I go back, let's get this in the book of Daniel 2, and this Daniel 2, and I just get to the point, verse 22. It said, he revealed the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness. See, meaning what? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Al Shai know what's in the darkness, meaning what? The future. what lies ahead, so to speak, because you don't know what's going to happen 10 minutes from now, even 2 minutes. Those are the things that's in the darkness, you know. But even on a bigger scale concerning rulerships and kingdoms, you know, it says he knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. See, which is this understanding, this information, man. So by the way, this information, you able to see ahead, man. You know. But it's the deep secret things. That's why that going to it, like I said, St. Matthew 24, it pointed out that it was a private conversation, man. You know, so that private conversation was actually dealing with prophecy, man. You know, so let's jump down to St. Luke 21 and 25. It said, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth. See, so it's going to actually be signs, things you're going to actually see, tangible things you're going to actually see in the heavens and also upon the earth. And it said, and meaning what? It's going to be this plus that plus this plus that, man. You know, you have different solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. You got different constellations lining up. You got the blue moon, the blood moon, the wolf moon. You know, these things are going to be happening in that same time period, just like you have certain planets lined up so many years, every so many years. This might happen every so many years. But why in this time period right here where all these things are happening? Because this is the sign of the coming of Yahweh Shah, man. You know? It says, but we can see it though. That's why I said, behold, it is him, man. Behold, it is come. The end is come. Behold, it is come. How you behold something? You see it by the way of this news. Like I said, you see troops on U.S. soil. You see riots, food shortages, and you know, just people in distress. You know, the people getting stirred up. This is just a sign that lets you know that we here, man. So it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity. See, and it's going to get that bad that these people ain't going to be able to wrap their minds around it. You know? Because they didn't see it coming. It said the sea and the waves roaring. See, and that's the people being stirred up. You know? It says, men's heart failing there for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. See, so it's going to get that bad out here. People going to die of heart attacks and, you know, they just going to fall apart when these things come abroad, man. But because they didn't see it at first. That's why the Spirit said, and they knew not until the flood came. And a flood is overwhelming. When something is a flood, is overwhelming. They say flooded with paperwork. You don't know where to start, you know. But even back then with that flood, it was that flood, you know, that was an overwhelming thing. And even now, it's going to be a flood of troops. It's going to be a flood of judgment that hit this place, man. You know, it says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. See, this current ruler is being shaken. That's the Lord stirring up the pot. Meaning what, this man is on his way out. But this is that sign. You see things happening. You see the downfall. You see the evils coming. That's just a sign to show you that this man is on his way out. That this is the end. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. See, so that lets you know that's the chronological order of the return of our Lord Yahushua. All hell gonna break loose. He gonna come and all eyes gonna be on him. But it's a build up to Yahushua. You know, it said, and when these things begin to come to pass, see, then look up. See, even though we do look up, but that's pretty much us, you know, getting hype, man. You know, having pretty much, we joyous, we you know, being joyful because we actually see these things. You know, you gotta have, it's a certain spirit that gotta be on you to rejoice when you hear about food shortages. There gotta be a certain spirit on you to hear about mass death and, you know, evil's coming. Well, if we rejoicing because we understand that shows that that's the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. These are things we actually looking for. We actually need all hell to break loose. We actually need these evils to come. Why? Because that's actually going to bring usher in the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. So I said, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head. See, so meaning what? Get hyped, man. You know, it said for your redemption draw nigh. See, so we actually see these things. When you hear about the money taking another hit, that's a sign of justice that lets you know we close. When you hear about even, dealing with these devils pushing forth their technology with the chip, or them, speaking as a dragon, that just further proves that we here. The more hell that come, the hyper we get, But behold, it is come. These things that we see upon the planet Earth signifies that we at the end. So yeah, I just hope that we're edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches the word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. DTA, Abba, Abba.